The queen was suddenly attacked by a demon, but the king threw his only weapon into the air, and it ended up piercing his own body. His body instantly turned to stone, and he sank to the bottom of the sea along with the sacred sword. That moment left a deep scar on me when I was just 3 years old. 20 years passed in the blink of an eye. One day, the water level outside the castle suddenly dropped. Overnight, the riverbed completely dried up. A sword was stuck in a massive rock. All the soldiers tried to pull it out, but not a single one succeeded. The king recognized it immediately. It was the sword of the former King Uther. He felt uneasy right away, and went to consult the water demon. That's when he learned that Uther's son, me, was still alive. If I pulled out the sword, everyone would know I was the rightful heir.
Law that cannot be.
My desire.
With every level added to your tower.
So the king ordered all young men to come and try to draw the sword. I was among them, completely unaware of the truth. The moment I touched the sword, a sharp pain shot through my body. Startled, I quickly let go. The soldiers nearby didn't notice anything unusual. Instead, they mocked me and told me to leave if I couldn't do it. I ignored them. I reached out with both hands and grabbed the sword again. Then something incredible happened. The sacred sword began to glow with a bright white light, and even the ground started to shake. I pulled with all my strength, and in front of everyone's shocked eyes, I drew the sword from the stone. Back in the castle, the king sensed it immediately, and ordered his soldiers to capture me at once. But before they could reach me, I collapsed on the spot, unable to control the sword's power. When I woke up, I found myself at an execution ground. I had no strength to resist. They dragged me onto the chopping block. At that critical moment, a sorceress cast a spell. She controlled an eagle to disrupt the execution. At the same time, the king suddenly felt dizzy, and had to retreat under his guards' protection. 2 strong men rushed out from the crowd, took down the guards, and rescued me. Together with a sorceress in blue robes, we escaped by jumping off a cliff and shaking off the pursuit. They brought me to a hidden cave. That's when I learned they were all former followers of my father. They had been hiding in the mountains for years, waiting to find me and overthrow the king's tyrannical rule. But everything happened too fast. I couldn't accept it. I didn't want to be any kind of savior. I just wanted a safe, quiet life. So I went to the edge of a cliff and threw the sacred sword into the lake. Then I ran into the forest, trying to calm myself down. Eventually, I collapsed in a swamp. Suddenly, a hand reached out and dragged me into the water. It was the legendary Lady of the Lake. I struggled desperately, but she showed me visions of the future. If I refused to accept the sword, the king would turn every city into ruins, and the human world would fall into destruction.
What your uncle will do if you do not.
I had no choice. I had to take up the sword and save mankind.